One of the reasons I am so honored to have the Leadership in Action program here at Rice is because the university is committed to building a thriving community in Houston, and they have given their support to the nonprofit sector by providing such critical professional development. The Leadership in Action program is at the very foundation of that support because we are serving and supporting the leaders who sustain the sector.
Leadership in Action, offered through Rice's Center for Philanthropy and Nonprofit Leadership, is a hands-on, workshop-based program providing practical skills in nonprofit management to immediately improve an organization's impact, strengthen its board performance, and enhance financial sustainability. The program is designed specifically for first-time executive directors like Lindsey Brown of Houston's Southern Smoke Foundation.
So we provide crisis relief grants to anyone in the food and beverage industry that is in an unforeseen crisis nationwide. And we also provide access to no-cost mental health counseling in 12 states.
Founded in 2015 by Lindsey and her husband, nationally renowned chef Chris Shepard, the Southern Smoke Foundation has distributed more than $15 million in emergency relief aid and facilitated nearly 10,000 no-cost counseling sessions to food and beverage workers.
The food and beverage industry creates communities. And when you think about it, when you're celebrating, you're eating and drinking. When you are mourning, you're eating and drinking. When you're closing that big deal, you're eating and drinking. You know, there are so many ways that the food and beverage industry integrates into everyone's individual lives. And so when you think about how so many of them are living paycheck to paycheck, we're glad that we can be here and help, because in some cases, there's nobody else.
I go looking for brand new nonprofit leaders everywhere I can find them, and I found on LinkedIn that here was a woman named Lindsey Brown who was in her first time role as an executive director. She had actually made a career switch after being in the corporate world to serving on a nonprofit board of the organization that she and her husband founded, and found herself in the position of having the board ask her to take on the executive director role.
You know, it was our former executive director. She took a new job, and she said, you know, I've been interviewing for this new job for a couple of months, and I've had a lot of time to think about who should do this job, and it should be you. And I'd never considered before that coming over to this side, but when she said it, it sort of hit me like a ton of bricks. And I'm like, you know what, you're right.
And while she felt confident that that was the right choice for the organization, she also recognized that she was new to the nonprofit world as a staff member and had a lot to learn.
I got a LinkedIn message from Leslie and said, have you ever considered doing this? So I would say that the program gives solid overview of what it is to run a nonprofit. I mean, it's not easy to run a nonprofit.
She had just stepped into this nonprofit leadership role where she didn't know really many other nonprofit leaders.
I loved having a cohort of other people that weren't always going through really similar things, but in a way they were. You know, we could, you know, ask each other questions about, have you had this kind of situation happen in your nonprofit? Or what do you do when this happens? Or it was a support system that I didn't know I needed at the time.
So having members of the cohort with similar sizes, maybe different missions, but similar board challenges, similar financial challenges, was really key in helping build her confidence and her network to be successful in her role.
Leslie was so open to any questions, not just on class days, but throughout the whole process, even now. It was really helpful to hear from all these different perspectives. So I loved it.
Through her in-class experience and the skills she has learned, Lindsey is shaping the future of the Southern Smoke Foundation, paving the way for greater success and even more support for their community.
Leadership in Action was designed to support nonprofit leaders in a way that they aren't supported anywhere else. We reach them as individual people first, professional second, and organizational leaders third. And all of that comes together in a way that they know that they are being prepared, not just to make their organization successful, but to feel successful themselves.